Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Whitaker, but you probably know it from my channel, and this one's going to be a little bit clunky, but I don't care. I'm going to go through it. It's been 3 days, but I'm not going to put off any longer. It's been just so many obstacles getting past through this, but we're going to start right now. First off, I bought the movie, so no, you can't tell me that I ripped someone off. No, no, no. I paid for it. And now, the reason why I have to say this is because apparently you actually cannot screenshot anything whenever you have the film because it just becomes a blank space in the screenshot. So what I had to do is I had to just go on a website and just bootleg it. But don't worry, just screenshot. So if anyone wants to copyright claim me or whatever, say I stole images, well, no, I bought it. This is fair. I believe it's fair considering that people have been live streaming this. So yeah, I'm going to do it. So just ignore whatever you see in the screenshots other than the evidence. Now, Dragon Ball completely copied Batman v Superman. Now, you already know for people who follow the channel, total Zack Snyder fan. I love the man, except for the time he threw his fans under the bus. But I'll turn a blind eye. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how Dragon Ball has finally ripped off a man that people do not like, and people just don't seem to care. So we're gonna get through it now. All right. First off, this guy on the left, his name is Dr. Hito, but in reality, he is Lex Luthor. He is the man who wants to prove himself to be a hero. He wants to show that the aliens, Goku's basically just Superman. He wants to show that the alien is really the bad guy. He's a young mad scientist. He wants the limelight. It's going to be a very long rabbit hole. Now, that's one we show. It's a very good trick to show what's happened in the past. Showing footage like actual surveillance footage of what's happened in the past, which is why Zack Snyder did it, and why Dragon Ball completely copied him on this. It's showing how dangerous they were in the past when they were fighting their arch nemesis, who, by the way, is dead. Exact same copy. But don't worry, a lot more down the pipeline. Now, and that's one. You see here, these are the characters, the people who are being pit together to fight each other. The left is Bruce Wayne, and the right are two androids who I could not give a fuck about at all. Just the lamest thing ever. But yeah, they take turns. It's a weird thing you'll see in this whole video. Everyone takes a sort of shift, like they switch roles to fulfill whoever's Batman and whoever's Superman. So for here right now, these guys are for Batman, but later on they will take the role of Superman in what they do, which it's confusing, but I've watched Batman v Superman so many times that I have it on lock. So don't worry. I will guide you through all of this. All right, next one. We show how they're pit against one another. For Bruce Wayne, let your family die. And in the right, a lot more simple. They just say, oh, these aliens are bad guys, just fight them. They go, oh, okay. And yeah, they fight because, it's not just a ripoff, but it is a watered down ripoff, making it even worse. Makes it even more worse. It's that it's probably more popular and liked. Moving on. All right, next one, we have the scene where they kidnap the alien's family member and force him to fight the other person. Complete copy. Like they even did the scene where, oh, where is she? Where is she? And oh, no, it's over there. You gotta fight the other person. Just complete copy. Shameless. It's all shameless. I'm gonna try not to yell. I'm try not to yell. Just keep going. Keep going. Ugh. It's shameful. It's hurtful because you can see it right there. It's just a direct one-to-one copy. So Gohan is taking the role of Batman this time, and the android has taken the role of Superman. As you can see, the uh the signal light with the Red Ribbon Army is in the clouds of the rain, just like the bat signal. And like, even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, you can acknowledge like Dragon Ball doesn't look like this. Like the whole mood, the atmosphere. This is not Dragon Ball. It's just a complete direct copy. It's just sad because people are gonna give it a pass because, oh no, Zack Snyder, he did a thing that made us sad. But here, this thing is copying it, and it's also sad, but it has Dragon Ball on it, so it must be good. It's just hurtful. Just hurtful. All right, next thing, it turns out, oh, we were forced to fight all along. We had to come together, and then they had to fight a giant energy monster that was made out of their dead nemesis. On the left, for those who don't know, Doomsday is actually made with the dead body of Zod, and on the right is Cell Mats. You can probably guess who he came from. Cell. I don't have to explain it. Very watered down. Very watered down. Okay, that's no. The when it comes to Doomsday and Cell, they actually copied like a lot more. And me being the fanboy that I am, the Snyder Bro, call him whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll take the name. They copied a lot of shots. You see the sort of pod they're born in, and you see how they jump out of it. It's like a direct copy along with everything else. Like this one is more specific though because when it comes to Doomsday or sets, they take even more than usual. You have the energy ball surge, to show how powerful he is before the fight, and then in the fight they lose an arm, just one arm. I guess everyone decided, well, we took down one arm, should we take down the second arm? No, 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 that'd be stupid. No, let him keep the other one so he can grab us over and over and over. It's just shameful. Right, and that's another part, the energy surges to show how powerful he is. It's the monster. We gotta kill the monster because he's a monster. Look how powerful he is. He's got giant lasers all around him. It's definitely original. And then Nets. Now, I know some of you may think I'm nitpicking here, but answer me this. Has there ever been a shot like this where there's a person in the background and they're seeing stuff in the foreground of a giant monster fight? The answer is no. Now, there's nothing in theaters, so I've been watching a whole lot of shit from the past. I've seen every blockbuster from the 2010s, the 2000s. I've seen all the stuff from the 90s that tried to be blockbusters, like Robot Jots. There is nothing like this. It is a direct comparison. If you think you can find something that even looks vaguely like this, I dare you, put in the comments so I can tell you you're wrong, because you are wrong. It's a direct copy. They took shots from Zack Snyder. And if you know Zack Snyder, if you're a Snyder fan, you know he's a shot man. Every single frame is a work of art, especially when it comes to Batman. So this is even more obvious if you're a fan of Zack Snyder. And then at the end, one of the androids, they substitute to become Superman. The android takes the role of Superman and sacrifices himself just like actual Superman, and it's in a very colorful beam light that goes through the giant energy monster's face. And by the way, I forgot to say, for both of them, and yes, it is explained in Batman v Superman and Dragon Ball that the more you hit it, the more powerful it gets. Like the more we hit it, it gets worse. It's just sad because it feels like they put it in there because they forgot to put it somewhere else, explaining how a Dragon Ball character works. Like it's obvious that that's how they work. A Saiyan gets stronger every time they're injured. Androids absorb people's energy. There's no reason to say that because the audience should know by now, but because it was in Batman v Superman, we have to say it because we need as many parts as we can without it being too obvious. But it's very obvious if you're a Snyder fan. Now that being said, I'm going to anger a lot of fans, but I do not care. We now live in a day and age where Dragon Ball has copied Zack Snyder. What does that say about all the people who don't like him? Guess what, motherfuckers? You got got. Get fucked, retards. It's over. Dragon Ball has just dropped the ball this time. They're out of ideas. They've been out of ideas for 7 years. Bringing back Frieza, bringing back Broly. But hey, let's get rid of all the interesting things about these people. Just because people just love the name. People love the brand of Dragon Ball. They don't like the actual ideas to them. Because if they did, this wouldn't happen. It's a joke. Like people have tricked themselves. It is a fandom thing. The Dragon Ball fandom has just played themselves into thinking that this is some amazing thing that works on its own. No, it doesn't. In the future, it probably will rip off a lot more things, or it will just bring back things. My guess, they might bring back Cooler, maybe. People remember Cooler, right? I mean, if I do, because I haven't watched Dragon Ball a very long time. I just stumbled onto this, and I'm already like, oh, they just copied this guy. That being said, uh, I guess it's over now. No, Dragon Ball can now take the throne or shelf of the third copy. First one was Kong vs. Godzilla. Second one was WandaVision. And now Dragon Ball has officially copied Zack Snyder. And there's probably a lot more to come because I'm sorry to break it to you, but Zack Snyder is a good director. Deal with it. And now my last point is, remember when I said that I can't show screenshots for the thing that I bought? Well, guess what? Guess where I found? Yeah, first time reaction video. Look at that. They not only are able to use screenshots, but they can use the full footage. Put it on YouTube. Wow. Would you look at that? It's total bullshit. Like who's in charge of this? I don't know who's in charge of this. You really think people are gonna bunch up a bunch of screenshots to make the film and send it out? No, it's a screenshot. Why would you block out a screenshot? Is the what did you or were you afraid that someone would talk badly about your thing and that's why you didn't allow it? Because you need to endorse the people who talk about your stuff so you make sure they're only positive reviews. Fuck off. Alright, that being said, buy my book, What Are Real, What Are Real, $6.99 for a soft cover, $3.99 for ebook, well, website subscription. Now, if at least two people buy my book, I could be reimbursed for the money I bought for the shitty ass movie. So hopefully that happens. And if that does happen, I'm forever grateful, and I hope that you enjoy the book. Because so far, two people have said it's good, so I'll take it. Now that being said, please share this video because fuck Dragon Ball. I need people to know what's happened here. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, Minds and Locals, and God bless.